Hello and welcome to the tutorial for processing your annual benefits open enrollment. Since the introduction of MyHR in April of 2012, teammates have been able to take control of their own data, like updating their address, updating their email address, bank info, W-4, and we are excited to introduce expanded teammate self-service functionality through MyHR by launching the open enrollment process. This tutorial will give you instructions on navigating the system and processing your enrollment changes online. So let's jump right in here. The first question you might ask is, how do I log into the open enrollment system? So this year you have two options. You can go through MyHR from any computer with internet access, or you can log in from your work computer or POS system if you're in the store and visit MyHR through the company intranet, which is TeamBSA. Once you have logged in, it will take you to the main MyHR landing page that you can see in the screenshot here. The open enrollment widget will be in the same location for every teammate, so it's going to be in this left-hand side of MyHR. So there are a lot of good materials within this widget. Please review the open enrollment materials and videos to make sure that you're managing your healthcare options effectively. The purpose of this tutorial is not designed to walk you through all of this material. This tutorial has been created to help you navigate the system after you have read the materials and decided what options make the most sense for you and your family. So once you have read the open enrollment materials and you're ready to make the changes official, you will need to click on the link at the very bottom of this widget that says Change or Enroll in 2013 Benefits. So once you do that, it will take you to a screen that looks like this. So the first screen is the Update Dependent screen. So you'll notice that at the top here there's a status bar. So the first step is update your dependents. Second step is make changes to your benefit plans. The third step is the tobacco use declaration, and the fourth step is a confirmation statement that you can print out or save to your computer. So the first step here, update your dependents. If you're adding a dependent to your benefit plan, you must provide documentation. So for example, if you're adding a spouse, you must provide a marriage certificate. If you're adding a child, you must provide a birth certificate. A full list of what documentation is required can be found under this link that says what documentation is required. So you can see all of the eligibility rules and documentation requirements for whatever event you are enrolling through. So this section here, I can scroll down and see my dependents. So I can see that I have a spouse and I have several children here. Having dependents added to your personnel record in this section does not necessarily mean that they are added to your benefit plan. So my spouse could be on my personnel record as my spouse, but that doesn't necessarily mean that she is included in my benefit plans. Maybe she has health care somewhere else at her job, and she doesn't need to be on my benefit plan. So it doesn't mean, if you have a dependent on this screen, it doesn't mean that they are included in benefits. And I will show you how to enroll your dependents in benefits later. So there are many different flavors of enrollment activities that we could go through. To make it simple, we're going to pick one situation. So I'm going to say that I just had a child and I want to add that child to my plan, and I want to enroll that child in benefits as well. So I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to click the button that says Add a Child. I am going to put his name, date of birth, which was 9/20/2012. He's a male. I'll enter the Social Security number, and then I will click this Review button. I need to verify that the family member information that I have entered is correct. If it is correct, I can hit save. If not, I can go back to the previous step and edit and make any changes that I need to. Everything looks good to me, so I'll hit save, and I get confirmation that this family member has been updated. So I need to scroll down click the next button at the bottom of the screen to take me to the next step. So as you can see, if I go back up to the top and look at the status bar, I have already updated my dependents, and now I'm moved on to step 2. If I have another dependent to add, I can always go back in the process by scrolling down and hitting the previous button. But that's the only dependent that I need to add for now. So now I am ready to make changes to the enrollment. So the first thing that I need to do, if I want to update my medical plan to add my spouse and my children, I need to make sure that the radio button is selected for medical. And you can see that this is my medical plan. I am currently enrolled in PPO, and my cost is $24 a week, and I can see my coverage level is teammate only. And I know I want to change that because I want to add my spouse and I want to add my children to this plan. So I'm going to make sure that this radio button is selected on medical. I'm going to click the edit button, and I want to stay in the PPO, so this is fine. My first option is I could decline this coverage, I could stay in the PPO, or I'm sorry, I could stay in the high deductible or change it to the PPO. So I'm going to change it to the PPO, and then I'm going to select teammate, spouse, and 2+ children. So I want to enroll all of my children, myself, and my spouse. So I'm going to select this option and then click the select dependents. So from here, these are all the eligible dependents that I can add to my benefit plan. So I want to add my spouse, and I want to add all of my children, even my new child that I just added. So you can see here, if you don't add a dependent on the first step, then they wouldn't show up here on this screen, which would give you the option to add them to your benefits plan. So I want to include all of these children and my spouse. I'm going to click select or submit, and now you can see that my cost has changed. It has gone up, and my coverage level has changed. Teammate, spouse, and 2 children. You'll also notice that a note pops up. It says evidence of insurability is required no later than 11/8/2012, and that is the documentation that is required to submit to my HR. So I will need to submit the birth certificate because I just added a new dependent, and the benefits team has not verified that that is an eligible dependent yet. So I need to submit that documentation as soon as I can, but within 30 days. So at this point, all I've done is updated my medical plan. But I know that I also want to update vision, dental, and HSA. So the next step, I'm going to select the radio button for vision. I'm going to hit edit plan. It looks like I currently have decline coverage selected, but I want to be enrolled in IMED, and I want to enroll teammate, spouse, and my 2 children here. Do the same thing. I go over and select the dependents that I want to add to this plan, and again I want to select everyone. I click submit election, and the same message appears with the evidence of insurability. Even though you have 2 messages, it's the same documentation. So the vision plan is reading that you need to submit documentation for the new child that I just added. So that's okay, and now I want to update dental. So I click the radio button for dental, click edit plan. I want to make sure that this Delta option is selected, and again I want to be on the teammate, spouse, and 2 children plan. Select my dependents, and I want everyone to be covered under dental as well. So I need to make sure they're all checked. Submit that election, and you'll notice that pops up again. But again, it's the same evidence of insurability for that one child that I added. Okay, so now I am enrolled in medical, I'm enrolled in vision, I'm enrolled in dental, I have not saved anything yet, so keep that in mind, and I'll show you in the next step when everything is fully saved and you have the confirmation sheet, that is when it is totally done. But for now, it is in the system, but it's not fully committed. So the next thing I want to do is add a FSA account. So I know that I can't enroll in the HSA because that is, I have to be in the high deductible plan to be eligible for HSA. So if I try to enroll in HSA, it's going to give me an error, so I can't do that. But I do want to enroll in the FSA. So I want to click the radio button, select the radio button, hit Add Plan. I want to put in the minimum for the FSA. I want to add that to my plan, and I can see my cost is there as well. So $120 for the plan year for an FSA. I also want to enroll in the dependent care FSA. So I have several children and add some $4,000 here for dependent care FSA. So at this point, I have everything that I want to do. I've updated my medical plan to teammate, spouse, and 2 children. I've updated vision. I've updated dental. I've added a healthcare FSA and dependent care FSA. So now I want to click Review Enrollment, and that will take me to a review screen. It says, okay, medical plan. It looks like I have modified that. That would be correct. It looks like I have changed the vision, changed the dental. I've added healthcare and dependent care. So I say, okay, that looks good, and I want to save it. And once I hit save, my information is updated into the system of record, which is SAP, and my plan selection have been saved. So that is good. So that's the second step, and you'll go through, scroll down and click the next button. It'll take you to a screen called tobacco use. So this screen is very quick. It only has a couple questions, and the first question is, are you tobacco free? And if I am tobacco free, I would click yes. If it also knows that I have a spouse enrolled in benefit plan, so it's going to ask me, is my spouse tobacco free as well? And she is tobacco free. If I said either I am not tobacco free or my spouse is not tobacco free, there will be a second question that will come up that says, are you currently enrolled in a tobacco cessation program, so in a quit program? And if I say no again here and no again here, I will be charged the tobacco surcharge. My wife and I are tobacco free, so I will click yes as the options for both questions and hit the save and submit my selection, and I get the updated status has been updated. So I'm done with this screen, and I click next, and now I am totally done. It takes me to the last step, which is my confirmation statement. I can see my name, my UID, the date that I completed this confirmation or completed my election, and then it'll show you everything that I'm going to be enrolled in effective 1/1/2013. So it shows that I'm going to be in the teammate spouse with 2+ children. It shows me my cost. It shows that I'm enrolled in pharmacy, vision, dental, healthcare FSA, dependent FSA. So if I wanted to print this document, it is a standard PDF, so I can print here or save this to my computer. So at this point, I am completely done. If I have added a dependent to my record, then I would need to submit documentation. And in order to submit documentation, you have to create a case and send that to MyHR. You can do that on the MyHR portal as well, and there's a tutorial available for you to that'll walk you through how to do that.